I don't know where all you guys are located, but where I live, it's been crazy, crazy hot. We even had thunder and lightning. I don't know about you, but I don't know if you saw that in the news. We actually had so many thunder. It was scary. It was kind of surreal to see that. And speaking of hot and thunder, we got a great show. Well, it looks like we can get the show started, as they say. Um, I don't know about all of you that are watching at the moment, but it's been crazy, crazy hot here where I live. And I'm currently in Los Angeles in the Emporium, where it's not so bad, but where I live, maybe about 45 minutes away from here, it's been crazy hot. I don't know if you've been watching the news, but there's actually been like some sort of a lightning and thunder show, and it was in the news because it was just crazy. It was sort of a surreal. You think that they're having like fireworks or something here in Southern California, but yeah, fortunately, no. I mean, in terms of that, so we just had thunder and lightning, and it was hot. All right, so now with the hot and thunder theme, I just want to go ahead and we have actually a hot and very thunderous show for you. A little corny, but hey, you know what? I tried. As far as what we're trying to do for today, we're going to have a great show for all of you today. And I just want to welcome all of you. Welcome everybody to the live at the Emporium. My name is Ferdinand Soriano. I want to go ahead and say good evening everyone here in the US and also magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat sa Pilipinas. Before we get started about what live at Emporium, we have to somewhat explain what Emporium is all about. Just for those who haven't tuned in before, who doesn't know what Emporium is all about, and for those who do know, just bear with me. But what Emporium is the first of its kind. It's the first of its kind as far as a U.S.-based Philippine product showroom, obviously, like I said, based in the United States. Its main purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine products, Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. So at the end of the day, its job is to create this consistent awareness of everything that is good about the Philippines in terms of the services, the products, and the investments. And also, what Live at the Emporium is, it's sort of an extension of that in the internet, of course. And what it's supposed to do is, where it's a discussion, it's an empowerment, it's an education. We're going to get into the topics of focus group discussion, trending news and logistics, e-commerce and marketing, tips and thoughts, events and announcements, entrepreneur spotlight, as well as vendor spotlight. And my most favorite is product demo. And the ones that we're going to be demonstrating today is actually what you're seeing in the screen now. And I'm sort of excited about that because the lady that owns this company, we've been talking to her, very supportive of Emporium. And I wanted to reciprocate and let everybody know how amazing that product is that you're looking at the moment. But that will be latter part of the show. But what makes this show sort of exciting for me is that we have a vendor spotlight, and I'll tell you a little bit more about who they are in a little bit later, as well as the tips and announcement from our own co-founder, Christina Espiritu, as well as the trade news from Eric Elnar. Later on, you're going to hear from a vendor that John was talking about, and they're the one who's going to answer that question. How do you ship products from the Philippines to the US, more specifically to the Emporium? But first, before we get to all of that, I want to go ahead and introduce a gentleman to you that I'm so excited for him to be here. Let me go ahead and get rid of that other screen at the moment. So anyway, so I'm excited because I didn't think he was too busy, and he is busy. He is busy to do this show because he runs an amazing company here in Southern California. And the reason why I've asked him to be a part of this live stream is because I'm always trying to convey to the Philippine manufacturers what it's like to do business here, right? How do you find customers? How do you think like a buyer? Okay, and this gentleman is from a company called Narwhal. And Narwhal, let me make sure I get it right in terms of what Narwhal is all about. So basically, Narwhal, if I can get my paperwork, I want to make sure that I do it right. Okay, well, anyway, so Narwhal is a distributor of electronic products, mostly that. But most of the time, he has, the reason why I asked him to be here is because he has so much amazing insight about what buyers think about when they're looking at products. And I want you to benefit from his knowledge because, well, we may only have a short segment of him, but the reality is that hopefully he continues to come back and give us some other stuff about the mindset of a buyer, how to prepare your products, how to price your products and things of that nature. So without further ado, he's the owner of a company called Narwhal USA in Southern California. I want you to all meet this great guy. Got a lot of information, and I'm sorry that we only have 15 minutes. His name is Eric Liu. Hi, Eric.
How you doing, Fernand? How are you doing?
I was just telling everybody how awesome you are, and I didn't overhype everything, but in reality, I'm excited. I mean, I've told you this off camera and all of that. I told everybody that the way I kind of put it together is that we're trying to get into the mindset of a buyer. So without me saying too much, go ahead and say a little bit about your company, who you are, and just go roll with what we talked about and the way I would like for you to share about, talking about what a buyer thinks about when he looks at products or whatever you want to think about. Really, I don't really care because everything that you say is like a golden nugget that a lot of manufacturers would enjoy.
Okay, great. So good morning, everybody in the Philippines. My name is Eric Liu. I'm the president of Narwhal Inc. We are a distribution business in Southern California, based in Los Angeles, in the international hub for all products coming in from Asia. So I've been in the retail business for 24 years. And our focus has been in the consumer electronics category, but we also branch into different categories because when we are a vendor for a retailer in USA, we can sell electronics, we can sell food, we can sell shoes, we can sell anything. So it's not specifically electronics. And our products that we distribute, again, it's across the board. We have different types of categories products. So we Narwhal, we're a distribution. We also do 3PL, which is third-party logistics, helping some of our international partners that don't have a warehouse or distribution here in the U.S. to we help them store products. And we also help them ship products to their end users. So now with the convenience of Amazon, there's a lot of international communities that are shipping products from overseas, but they need a partner here in the US to help them ship the goods to the end user. So that's something that we also do. We also do sales and marketing, which means that we take a product and we help our partners to how to market the product into the US market. And then we also have sales channels and retail channels that we would put the product in and see what's suitable for each of the retail accounts. So just a little bit about what we do is for our major retail network, some of the retail chains that we work with are Walmart, Target, Kroger, GameStop, Best Buy. For supermarket type retailers, we have Kroger's, Myers, Wegmans, Grocery Outlet, HEB, Hy-Vee. For sporting goods, we have Academy Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods. And we also deal with home and building retailers like Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Orchards. And then last 3 years, we started working with hospital networks. So we are also tied to Kaiser Permanente, which is one of the largest hospitals in the US, Cardi's Cancer Center, Huntington Memorial Hospitals. So we do reach out to a lot of different types of retailers. And I know that one thing that Ferdinand wants me to touch up on is US is a great market. It's a huge market. It's a very, very profitable market if you know how to work the market and use it to your advantage.
Yes, we have a lot of people in the Philippines sort of kind of know that, and that's why I brought or asked you, invited you to be here, because they really need to know the reality of what the U.S. market, as amazing as it is, it's not as simple as it is. But I'm hoping that you could shed some light, even in the brief moment that we have together.
Yeah, and I'll run that by in the most general sense right now because of the timing constraint. But the misconception that most manufacturers have is that once they come to US, everything's gold. We can sell anything, and that's not true. Okay, so in order to be very successful into the US market, there needs to be time invested into the US market, meaning that number one, you need to have marketing of your product, meaning some kind of promotions, branding, social medias, the effort that you got to put in behind your brand so people recognize your brand. Before it can be successful, you need people to know your product. An example of that is you can put a product onto Amazon and let's say it sells, 50 pieces a month. To you, to any manufacturer, to any company, that's worthless. 50 pieces doesn't even cover, your expense for your employee who does the management of that, right? But some people are happy. Hey, my product is selling. Yes, it's selling, but it's not going to elevate your business. So marketing, sales and distribution, meaning that you have to have product in line here in the US ready to go. No retailers will work with somebody who's going to offer them a piece of picture and say, this is my product, this is coming out next month, and can I get an order for it? You know, the major part is a lot of the buyers nowadays, they have to see products on hand, physical products that you're ready to ship, because of the last few years with the pandemic and the logistic issues. They cannot allocate a space for your product if it's not here, because what if there's shipping delays? What is something happen and there's no product on the shelf? The retailer loses money. So having a distribution, having warehouses where your products are stored that's ready to go, that is a big step into entering into the US market. And ultimately, this is all the easy part. The hard part is really the sell through. In the US market, with all the retailers, everything is about sell through. If your sell through, which means the consumer buys your product, you can sell 1 million units into a retailer like Walmart, right? And you're happy. You're like, wow, you know what? I got a big PO from Walmart for 1 million pieces. But if that product does not sell through, it's useless, because you're not going to get paid. You're going to have to mark down your products, or they're going to return your products because it doesn't perform. And then that will really close the door to your product in the future. So, when I list the marketing, that's very important. That's the first step, that you need to promote your brand, your product. Then you go in to make sure that you're ready to execute with the retailer, meaning having some products here ready to go. And then you're going to have good sell-throughs. That's kind of, right now, that's kind of the most important thing that, any overseas manufacturers or brands or company needs to really understand this 3 process.
You know what you just said, Eric. I hope that, because right now we people are already commenting, and before you continue your next topic or continue with the next topic, I just want to say hello to everybody who's watching. And I told you where I'm at. That's why I intentionally did this window background, because I wanted you to see what the weather's like in California, in Southern California. But I also want to know where everybody's at. I mean, come on, you guys. So far, the people in the Philippines are watching. I love it. Some of the manufacturers are watching. And I want to know if anybody in California is watching. Just go ahead and make a comment. We want to know where you're at. And then just throw in any question that you may have with what Eric is saying. Basically, Eric is trying to break down complicated stuff, but at the same time, we don't expect him to. This is going to be his last appearance, but it's more like we just want to show you that we have people of this caliber that can give a lot of Philippine manufacturers some empowerment and education, how to tread lightly, so to speak, or even enter the market in a very strategic way. So go ahead and continue, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really just brushing just the top layer. I mean, if we're going to go into really details, it's hours and hours and even years of experience to understand the whole US market. But, it's something that you have to educate, your manufacturers over in the Philippines, that, we want to take this next step into entering into the US market. This is the 3 things that you need to understand that you're ready for. If you're not ready for that, then, it's not going to work. You're going to spend a lot of money going other routes and wasting a lot of time to go back to this route. So I'm actually helping to save you guys a lot of time and not taking a lot of curve and I try to go straight and go forward. And case in point, I'll briefly tell you a story of a company that I work with. The company's name is High Zero. They are a vacuum cleaner. They're a 3-in-1, very unique vacuum cleaner that, it cleans and mops the floor. It sucks up all the wet and dry liquid, separates it. Awesome product. They came to me to have us distribute the product for them. Their price point was $4.99, and I asked them, I go, have you done pricing research? And they said, no, we have a good product. We have a very good product. It's patented. It's innovative. People will buy it. I said, well, I can help you in a sense, but I'm not going to put this product into a Walmart or a Target because it's not going to sell. So they hire some sales rep. The sales reps promise them, oh yeah, we'll get you into Walmart, this and that. Number one thing as a buyer is like, hey, look, the pricing is way too high. You got competitive brands like Dyson, Shark, the Shark vacuums, the Bissos. They're at $299. How are you coming up $200, $300 more? So they were passed upon. They did not get any penetration. So we helped them get into smaller retailers, like the mom and pop type electronics appliance stores. That works for them because they have salespeople to pitch the product, right? So they can sell it at the $499 price point. So sales was moderate to okay because they didn't have marketing. Nobody knows to buy this product because they didn't want to invest the money. So they went backwards. They want to sell the product in, make a profit, then invest into the marketing to promote the product. But people didn't know their product. People don't, they don't know this product even exists. So nobody's looking out for it. So that's why I put marketing as the number one point, is because you need to make sure people know your product before you sell your product. So after I help them strategically, help them plan out the pricing strategy, put them in a competitive price where they're still profitable, but not greedy profitable, so they understand. And I helped them revamp their website. The whole image of their company is now geared towards American audience, not the Chinese look. Whatever works for them in China and in Asia will not work for USA, nor will USA's packaging and marketing work for Europe. Every country is different. So, that's something that is very important for the manufacturers to know, and that, they have to know what audience they need to target wherever they're selling their product. And that's just not just for US, it's for global. So, after a year and a half, after we rebrand and kind of changed the image a little, we started going into smaller retailers that has maybe 250 stores, 300 stores. So they started growing, and I started working with them in 2018 when they first brought in 10 pallets of goods. Now in 2022, which is about 4 years later, they're doing an average about 3 containers per month. So, that's a big jump from, starting small and then getting into that, and they're still growing, so they haven't even touched the big boys yet, like Walmart and Target, but they can do so now because they've made enough profit in the last few years to start bringing down their costs. Now they can enter into a bigger platform, which are the Walmarts and the Targets of the world, and be competitive against Dyson.
Well, you see, that's where I'm probably going to end up stopping you with that thought. Not because I don't want to hear what you need have to say next, only because that's exactly, I feel, the strategy with a lot of what would be relevant to a lot of the Philippine manufacturers, is that you hit on the key word. Is because there's a lot of Philippine manufacturers who think that the moment that the product is ready to go, that they're going to get big orders or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong, but sometimes when I talk to them, it sounds like that, because at the end, what you just did with that particular scenario is that you really pushed that scenario, knowing that every step they were learning something and growing, and and up to that point, now they're at that level where they're getting attention. Obviously, the big boys will start looking at them and saying, "Oh, okay, right. Great." That's what the strategy was about. Now, right. I'm going to be rude here because I really want to make sure that I stay on point, but make your last point on that one, Eric, only because I don't want you to not finish that thought process, and because everything that you're saying is a nugget. So I'm just trying to figure out how to kind of like make that one point and then cut it from there, and then lead people with that thought.
Right. This is just a case study that, I just want to bring up because it's kind of a success story for them. But, it took them 4 years to achieve to the midpoint. They haven't hit their high point yet, but it took them time. And, to really finalize, what I want to bring to you at the table for everybody is, everybody has a dream. Everybody wants to sell big. Everybody wants the U.S. market. The only thing that we really have to, focus is reality. Reality is we need to go step by step in order to be successful. We cannot be successful overnight.
Great. And that's what I'm gonna, that's a good thing to leave off of, because then people are gonna want more. Because I wanted to get a feel and a taste from what you're capable of doing or teaching our Philippine manufacturers, because you've been in the trenches way too long. And I don't say that to age you, Eric. I'm just trying to make a point that when it comes to the mindset, and that's the segment, that's what it's called, it's a buyer's mindset, is that they understand, the Philippine manufacturers understand that it's a great market, but you do need to be strategic about a lot of things. You need to understand and speak to, talk to people and get a perspective. Okay, so I'm hoping in this live stream that we're doing, I'm going to get you to say yes, but I'm hoping that you get to come back, or you want to come back and continue to provide the sort of knowledge that a lot of the Philippine manufacturers need to know, and at the same time encourage them that if they're interested in bringing or presenting products, let them contact Emporium. I'll go ahead and present some of these products, because I know you are always looking for products that you might find interesting to your clients, right?
You're right. Retailers, we're always looking for new products, new innovative products also. And the market is huge. We have the penetrations in the market. So, you really eliminate a lot of time to get everything started, because we already have everything in place, from, all the EDI setup, all the orders taking, all the sales, all the buyers, all the distribution. We're A to Z. We have everything set up. So, again, any questions, you can ask any questions, but I'm more than willing to help. We're a private company. We're always looking for new partners, and our goal is that if we can help a company succeed, we're doing something good.
Yeah, Eric, thank you so much. I appreciate that segment. I mean, it's a lot of things to think about, and people, if they review this video, they're going to realize that there's a lot. So thank you again. And I'm hoping, like I said, you're going to get to go to our next, maybe next week if you have time, or anytime in the near future. Okay. Thanks again, Eric, for this segment.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Eric, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Everyone, thank you so much for staying in tune for that. Eric offers so much information. And speaking of information, I want to know a couple of things. Please continue to let us know where you're watching from. Why are you watching? This, and what kind of information we can give you. And the second part of that statement, information, I want to go ahead and bring the events and news segment of our show, and go ahead and bring out the co-founder of Emporium. She will be talking, well, the segment is called What's Up, Christina, because she's going to talk about what's happening with Emporium. And then after that, we will have the Trade Commissioner of Los Angeles and the Philippine Trade and Investment Center, Eric Elnar, going right after she gives us What's Up, Christina segment. All right, Christina, let me see if I can get her up on here. Christina,
hello.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
So that was good. That was a good segment by Eric, huh?
He's a gentleman that I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers, literally, that he's going to continue to be part of Emporium and the educational aspect. But honestly, any Philippine manufacturer that's watching this, submit your products that you might want him to go, because didn't you hear him? Christina, he said Walmart, Target,
yes,
Kroger's.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he specializes in electronics, but that doesn't mean he can't pitch these products to them, not just electronics. I mean, it'd be great if you have electronics, but if you have food or arts and crafts, he's looking for that too. Especially, with that being said, go ahead and say your segment before I start talking myself out of the whole thing again.
No, but I just wanted to commend Eric. Yeah, that was a wonderful segment. But I know that you're dying to know what is up with Emporium. So I will tell you that we are doing a lot of we are very, very consistent with the events that we're doing. So as you know, we are doing the lunch and tour events on Thursdays at the Emporium showroom in LA. So and then we're also doing the happy hours consistently on the Thursdays as well. So if you are interested in visiting the showroom, we know that consistently we are there on Thursdays. However, if you would like to make an appointment, feel free to contact Ferdinand or one of us, and we will gladly see if there's a convenient time for us to host you. And then, with that said, one thing we're also doing is if you are an organization that is looking for a venue, let us know as well, because Emporium will be happy to host you as well. As Ferdinand has mentioned, we are located in a very central place in LA. So we would be happy to meet you and then show you and then give you a tour of what the showroom is all about.
I was just going to say that today, just really quick before we bring on Eric, another Eric, we actually had some interesting visitors today. Believe it or
Oh,
not, believe
uh-huh.
it or not, during our lunch hour, there was a gentleman by the name of Dustin Peterson who visited us because he wanted to check us out and wanted to see how he can help with Emporium in terms of getting the word out, because he's interested in maybe taking the same concept and maybe putting something together in the Vietnamese community.
Oh,
And
amazing.
speaking of other countries, there was well, I'll save this for last. The other gentleman that showed up, his name is Uriel. He's actually we sent out some flyers. We invited some people in the building, and he actually came down and tasted the lemoncito, tasted the
Mm-hmm.
Donna Maria puff rice, and he enjoyed it. And I told him, pray, please bring back. He's from a law firm upstairs, and he wants to go ahead and maybe bring some people back down here and be part of the focus group, which I am so excited that he'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, the Sri Lankan consul general, believe it or not, they're in the same
Uh-huh.
building. They were here. They were checking.
Wow,
They were checking
amazing.
out the place. Our trade commissioner actually met them, and they love the products. They're probably thinking of maybe doing something similar to what we're doing because they see the
Mhm.
value of it. But they were here. The consul general himself, he was just checking it out and looking around and seeing what it was all about, because we sent him. I didn't know that when I slipped a piece of paper or extended, I didn't realize I was at the Sri Lankan consul general.
Wow, so so as you can tell, then we are reaching an audience that is much broader than just the Filipino market, right? So
Mhm.
because as you had mentioned, we are, and another thing that we are doing as well that I didn't mention was that the lunch and tour includes also a focus group where you can taste test a lot of the products that are not really available yet in the US market. So you
Yeah.
are so you get to taste some delicious products that that hopefully will be in the US market soon. But we need you to be able to just taste it and just give us your opinion on what the product is all about.
Well, thank you for taking the time. I know that I always tell you that you're busy, you crazy busy beaver girl,
Hey,
wherever
but you
you
know
know,
what?
you're
I
always
love
all
being
over. You're
here.
always all over the place. You're always all over the place. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate you giving us what's going on with Emporium, and we'll see you next week. And anything new that I'd like to share, I'll tell you at that point. But right now, I'm just excited that it's sort of coming together. And with that being said, I guess I'll talk to you soon. All right. Have a good
Thank
rest of your night.
you.
Okay.
You too, Ferdinand.
All right. You take care. I'll see
You
you.
too. Bye.
All right. Next up, I want to go ahead and have someone in the Philippine Trade and Investment Center, the trade commissioner himself, the one who is amazing in terms of the support for the Emporium and empowering the Emporium in many ways. I always invite him to be on here because he's also busy, and all these people are super busy. But I asked him to always talk about anything he wants regarding trade or any trade news that would affect the trade relationships between the U.S. and the Philippines, because that's what he does and that's what he's awesome about. So let me go ahead and find out what he wants to talk about. So please, everyone, welcome Eric Alnar, the Trade Commissioner of Philippine Trade and Investment Center here in Los Angeles. Hey, Eric.
Hi. Hi, Bob.
How are you, sir? You got to tell everybody first, because it's like the elephant in the room, my friend. That new bow tie that you're wearing. We got to do a little bit of a plug for the company that makes that. Besides, you look very dapper, so we can't ignore that.
Thank you for that. This is by a designer named Raxo Hugarap. So he is a Filipino designer, but based in Brussels, Belgium. And I got this from his representative here, his cousin, who is based here um, in LA. And they have a couple of designs already that are in the market. So this is the first one. It's a bow tie made out of rattan. As you know, rattan is an indigenous material common in the Southeast Asian region, and also, of course, in the Philippines. They also have another product, which is a bracelet. I'm not wearing one now, but it's a bracelet, a men's bracelet that is made out of nito. Nito is another sort of a fiber that material that can be found in the Philippines. And this particular one is made by an indigenous group in the Philippines. So we have um, a number of interesting products now in the showroom at Emporium. And this includes this product, as you can see. You could go to their website at racs.vip. That's RACS dot VIP. So you could find some of the products that they are producing. And one good story about this is that it's by a designer, Filipino designer, but based abroad in Europe in particular, and marketed here in North America. But the product itself is made by communities in the Philippines, like in an indigenous community in the Philippines, and it helps support the very bottom of our society and the ones usually marginalized. Um, these stories, as you could say, give a lot of value to the products that they are putting out there in the market. So uh, uh, Raxo Hugarap is just one of the designers that we will be featuring in this August, in time for the ASEAN anniversary. Um, we would also feature other Philippine designers that are members of a group called FAMPH, and they would have similar products like this, products that are made out of indigenous materials like nito and other design-related products, fashion accessories, women's wear, women's apparel, women's bags, footwear, even men's. They also have men's lines.
I, I really like it, Eric. I really like it
Mhm.
only because it's giving you a certain look. Like you should
Yeah,
see yourself on camera. It looks really cool.
it's unique. It's unique.
Yeah. So if you could see it, it's rattan, right? It's just so it's not it's not material like cloth or anything, but it just does it right. It's just like it's not like a big butterfly bow tie. It's just right. It just gives you that look. You see. So that's why, and then it's added with some cloth in it. And to me, I always will say that to everyone. That's what makes the Philippines amazing because the design, the ingenuity, the creativity. Yes, it may not be the same, price or whatever as China or whatever, but that's what makes it different. And we have to support that. The people that are watching, whether you're in the Philippines, and by the way, keep telling me whoever, if you are watching this from the Philippines, great. But if you're watching here, let me know where you guys are watching from. But that's what's amazing. Eric, now we can talk about Rack some more, but if you have some sort of a trade news that maybe we could share also, go ahead and talk a little bit about that. If there's anything that you'd care to share from the Department of Trade.
Well, the I just came from a meeting with other ASEAN consulates general and representatives, and we discussed this upcoming event, the Asia Pacific Fashion Week, which will be held August 6 and 7. So we are ramping up preparations for that event. As I mentioned earlier, we would have designers like Raxo represented. We have three others. One is based in the Netherlands, I think, Filipino. another Filipino based in Canada, another North American representative. And we would feature their designs together with the fashion accessories that will be coming from the Philippines. And we hope to showcase our culture and our Filipino design, eye for design and talent in this coming event, this August 6th and 7th. So just to add to what you just mentioned, Ferdinand, aside from the design, eye for design and the talent of the Filipino, we are also blessed with a lot of natural resources and natural materials like this rattan bow tie that I'm wearing. We have a lot of other materials like seashells, natural based like tree bark, which are very unique to the Philippines and to the region.
Oh yeah,
That is something that we would want to highlight in our
I
products.
completely agree because well, did I spell it right? Like if you're looking at the screen, is that the name right? RACS.
Yes, and then
So
the
at
website
the
is
end of the day, they can
racs.php.
Instagram it or they can Google this thing,
Yeah.
the name, because I saw it. It's here. I saw it in Emporium. I was even actually tempted to wear one, but I didn't want to kill your thunder there. I didn't know if I could do that. But next time, I'm probably gonna get one of those and actually wear it myself. Eric, I don't know if your camera went out, but I wanted to go ahead and thank you for being a part of this segment, which I always tell you, please always come in and maybe just a few minutes and tell us what's happening in the Philippines and any news like that, just like where you went, and that would be that's fantastic because the more people know what's happening, all of the the movers and shakers of what's happening between Philippines and U.S. in terms of trade. People want to know that. People in the Philippines want to see what type of progress is being made to promote Philippine products as well as U.S. Philams or anybody who's interested in the Philippines. So thank you so much for being here. I guess we'll see you next week. Hopefully, 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 hopefully.
Of course.
All right, Eric. I'll talk to you soon. Go ahead and bring up my next guest. All right.
Thank you, Bo.
Take care. I'll see you soon. Okay, everyone. The next segment of our show, I love it because it's the component. This particular company and this individual. When I first met her, she's so easy to talk to. She can solve a lot of problems. And the more I spoke to this lady, the more I realized that she is the one who's going to help us streamline and make it a little bit easy to consolidate a lot of the products that are going to be shipped from the Philippines to here. Because what I'm about to tell you or introduce to you is that one of the things that I'm always being asked is how do we bring our Philippine made products from the U.S. from the Philippines to the U.S. How do you do that cost effectively? That is the question. And I'm hoping this lady can actually give us some insight on how that's going to be done. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring up Nancy Marquez. She is the sales and marketing manager, right, Nancy, of
That's right.
RAF, International Forwarding in the Philippines Incorporated. And Nancy, I'm going to start off by saying the way I introduced you, just in case you didn't hear it, that you're going to play an integral part of streamlining how to bring Philippine products into the U.S. market. Going to Emporium, because we get asked that how do we bring sample products into to the U.S. and more specifically to Emporium. So with that being said, I'll start off with that, but go ahead and tell us a little bit about you as well as about RAF and all about how do you think we're going to help more Philippine manufacturers send samples to the U.S., specifically Emporium.
Firstly, I want to greet you. Good morning from the Philippines. I guess it's good afternoon, late afternoon over where you are. My name is Nancy. I am with RAF International. We are a freight forwarding courier company, and we've been in the industry for we're turning 30 this year in August, and like what Ferdinand was saying, the one component of bringing the products from the Philippines to the United States to enter the market is the logistics part. No, um, the easiest or the quickest or the least requirements that you will have is if you ship it via courier mode. For that, I was when we talked before, you have I presented to you like boxes that we can consolidate here in the Philippines. However, if a manufacturer, if one manufacturer is ready to ship out their product, so they would have their box, and we have uh, ready boxes in 5 kilos, depending on your or your capability. For say if you have small products, then maybe a 5 kilo box would be sufficient. However, we have an express or a courier box will you can fill up a 20 kilo box. 30 kilo box would be your maximum for one box. So that's one of the modes that you can send your products to the United States, and you don't need an export license to send a product or to send your goods to Emporium via that mode. So for starters, that is the mode that we are proposing. We have offices in. I noticed that there are people in. We have audience coming from Cebu. We have an office in
Yeah, from
Cebu and
Cebu.
Davao.
Yeah.
And if you have any goods that you need to ship out, we can assist you. Yeah. So we can drop off your goods there, and we can send it out. So that's one of the most. And you were mentioning if they have bigger cargo, then we can go palletize, which is it's kind of technical if we talk about it, but we can discuss that more if they get in touch with us at our office. I can give them our contact number. I don't want to bore everybody, but it's exciting. This is an exciting time for the Philippine manufacturers. Not too long ago, RAF International ventured into an online store. It's called Shop Macy, and what
Hmm.
we did was we were sourcing out products, Philippine-made products, uniquely made Filipino products, and we had an online store, and we had our end consumers in the United States. So that went on for a few years. It was and so the end our goal really is to help the MSMEs, the Filipino manufacturers for that matter, to be able to penetrate the international market. So my heart goes out to those MSMEs, and who definitely will want to be able to contribute to the development and the growth of the Filipino market, and be able to penetrate the U.S. market for that matter.
You know and that's the other reason why I think you'd be a valuable partner for Emporium, because at the end of the day, you that's why I know you're already capable of consolidating, and you're not new to the whole idea of shipping samples, because you'll even ship. You guys even have the service called a personal shopper, right?
Correct.
So
Yes.
I think there's even a very much a great opportunity for Emporium and RAF to help one
Mhm.
another, because at the end of the day, you have already products that you've sourced. They may need a market, and Emporium can go ahead and try to even create opportunities for that through what we're doing here at the Emporium, as well as with these things with the live stream. Okay, and I know that
Exactly.
just like Eric, you have so much information that I feel that it's so invaluable that 15 minutes is not even a big amount, and I'm not even going to be able to do 10, 15 minutes. But at the end of the day, we need to do another interview of some sort, where maybe you can even just do a workshop on how we could do all of that. Maybe one just dedicated for RAF and our collaboration. But for now, with
I'd
that
be
being
happy to.
said,
Yeah.
yeah, because I think I just wanted to introduce you as a partner of Emporium,
I'd be
because
happy to do that.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day,
Mhm.
Nancy, if we can show Philippine manufacturers that there's a way to ship and manage and ship, source, and sell the products in sort of a systematic way, then a lot more people will not be so concerned about whether they should export or not. I think that's our first job is for all the professionals that are in this to work together and create that path so that a lot of Philippine manufacturers will be more interested in doing that, as well as the U.S. buyers
Mhm.
that they know that they can get the product, right? Okay, so I think you heard. I think I heard you say yes. Anyway, Nancy, is there anything else that you want to add on to what you said already, as far as further collaboration and things of that nature? Is there anything else you want to add on, Nancy? Are you still there? Can you hear me, Nancy? Can you hear me? I'm going to go ahead and say, Nancy, can you hear me? That's why I like, and you just have to have a sense of humor about these things when we get frozen, because I think she can hear me, but I just want to make sure she can.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Nancy, if you can still hear me, I'm going to go ahead and sign off on
Mhm.
our segment. Again, we're going to have to do a
Ex-
master class
Exactly,
with that.
exactly.
Okay. So, is there anything else that you want to add on?
There are
Okay, Nancy. Hello.
a lot
Okay,
of
I guess I'm losing you. I'm going to go to the next segment.
products
I'm just going to reach out to you later and
can be
apologize for cutting
or
you off. Okay.
use
All right, Nancy.
that we can uh,
Okay. Yeah, you're cutting off. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize to you later by cutting you off. Okay. Um, Again, thank you, Nancy. She's from RAF, International Forwarding Philippines. And I'm excited to continue to work with her, because if
yeah,
we're able to work in some sort of a systematic
yeah.
way, then it's going to be benefiting a lot of Philippine manufacturers and potential Philam business owners here to source products from the Philippines. All right. Take care, Nancy. I'll talk to you soon. All right, everybody. I want to go ahead and before I move further, I want to just say hello to Evangeline Alvarez Ventilio Galan, Mariflor Discutido Cruz. Thank you for watching. All the other people like Freddie, thank you. You got to get back on the show. Ches, no ordinary. Therese, thank you for watching. Liz Minda, Bulatag, April. Liz Minda, by the way, she's sending some information to us soon. I mean, as well as a catalog and also her products, which are curtains, which is going to be amazing once I get a hold of them. She's shipping it out to Emporium soon. And also Jeprem Young. And again, Nesafine, Mobe, and Therese. Thank you guys for watching. Let me see if there's anything that I need to else mention. Thank you for watching. But that's Evangeline's message. Now, the segment that I've been waiting for, so to speak, I've been excited to try to introduce this product. Let me see if I can bring it up. This is the product that I am interested in demonstrating to you guys. So now we're at that point. Let me see if I can take out this message. All right. Okay. That's the product. As you know, um, Emporium is about being a Philippine product showroom, and we're talking all these things about news and educating and empowering. But at the end of the day, I feel that we need to sell something, right? We need to sell something so that people can have livelihoods. They get paid, obviously, and continue to provide for families. That's the bottom line. So I'm not ashamed to be able to take this moment and try to sell something to all our audience. But this product that I'm about to introduce to you is actually not in the US yet. We're trying to bring it here. But I'm just saying about the selling part is because at the end, I want to sell as many of these things and help companies in the Philippines as well as here, companies to form here because they're selling this type of product. So what we're going to do today is more like a live demo, okay, of this product. So let me see if I can bring the owner of Big Innovations Gateway, Business Innovation Gateway, the Gusto brand. Let me go ahead and bring in Betty Dante O, and she's going to go ahead and help me try to demo the product, okay? Hi, Betty.
Hi, good day, Bong.
You look great.
Nice.
I love that. I love that look that you have. It looks like the one in your picture. You know, the bandana. It looks like that.
Ah, Well, it's my trademark hairdo, somebody
Ah,
because somebody said I should have a trademark hairdo, and then when I found this, I said it's good because it hides the white hair, and so it takes me a longer time to dye my hair, most especially during the pandemic.
well, with me, I can't. I'm losing my hair, and maybe hopefully with your products, I'll stay healthy and maybe grow some more, right?
Well,
At the
with
end of the day. But I'm excited. So what I'm going to do is this. Let's do it this way. Let me go ahead and set the tone for everybody. If you're interested in getting a sample of these products, just type in the word sample when you make a comment. These products that you're about to show you are not here yet. We want some feedback. Like, where do you want to sell it? I mean, where do you want to see it? Where do you want to buy it? I mean, how much do you want to buy it for? How much do you think it is? And what do you think of the brand? So this is, as long as it's constructive criticism, it's not just some troll trying to make some weird comments that is not really helpful. Then I welcome anything that you want to say. I'm sure Betty is the same way because she's excited about the products. I'm excited about the products. I've been posting it on my Facebook, telling you all about what this product can do and the whole concept of being healthy, which everybody should be focused on, especially these days with everything going on in life. But it's not so hard to stay healthy with these type of products that Betty and her company, manufactures. So Betty, go ahead and talk about what the product is about, and while I'm trying to put together like some sort of a demo of the product. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, before I start, I think people should know me better. I'm a DOH PITAC certified naturopath practitioner. So as you can see, I'm a advocate of health. But then people always say, "Oh, I want to be healthy," but they don't know how. And then the other problem is people find it a little bit hard to be healthy because you really have it's a long journey, through many years of adding toxins to your body. Then we have to reverse the process, detoxify you and everything. So I found out that I can do that through the products that we have. Our banner product is Gusto Vegetable Powder Juice. So it is composed of 10 leafy greens, malunggay, talbos ng kamote, sweet potato tops, basil, broccoli, and we even have lagundi for the lungs and the but it comes out that it becomes a very convenient and tasty drink, something that you would like to take every day. And then it can also become something that you can add to your smoothie, like for example you only have one veggie at home, so why not add some more gusto. And the other way to do it also is like if you find it a bit sweet, because Filipinos have a sweet taste, no? But some people are trying to get away with the sweetness. But then our sweetness is derived from stevia leaf extract. So don't worry about the sweetness. It will actually one glass is only 2 grams of sugar, but it's not the sugar content. I think you call it carbohydrates. It comes from the mango, which is a natural fruit that we have added. It's a 100% preservative free, 100%. It comes from natural fresh veggies and also fruit. So it's actually a lifestyle thing. So for people who like a natural, you can even use gusto as your, as I said, when you have a smoothie, you can add it, or you can make it into a salad dressing, add some vinegar to it. Or there are a lot of ways. Or like you can, as I was saying, if you find it too sweet, you can create, because one sachet is 1 glass. You add water to 150 to 200 ml of water. But you can still add more water. You can make it 2 glasses. Add the lemon, or if you have a calamansi there, that would be fine. To give it, it's also like a DIY. You can suit it to the taste that you like. But then it's still the convenient thing that you have consistent flavor that you will enjoy every day. So we want to make health enjoyable, in other words. Like Ferdinand there. How are you enjoying your drink, Ferdinand Bob?
I am, and that's what I wanted to do. I want to re-emphasize what you said, and to all the people watching, because what I really was impressed about it is not only was the taste, you just had it just right. Also, because I tried the chocolate and then the creamy latte. Okay, that was hot, right? And I
Those
followed the
are
instructions, enjoyed that immensely. Okay, I mean, it was very satisfying. And then I started to try the ones that, because like I was telling you in the earlier in the beginning of the show, it was so hot. I wanted something refreshing. So I want, because of the because of our time constraints and all of that, I'm gonna try to mix up some of the drinks. And by the way, before I do that, that's what I'm lazy. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. See, I'm lazy. I want to be healthy, but I'm lazy. As much as in my mind, the night before I go, I'm gonna chop up the veggies. I'm gonna put it in a smoothie, and it's gonna be great. I can drink it, but I don't. When I wake up, I get lazy. So when I tried Gusto, the powder drinks and all of that, it's just so easy. And if you look at the ingredients, that Betty can talk about the ingredients while I do pour the samples. But I want to go ahead and pour it on. Oh, it looks like my camera kind of died there, so I'm going to have to do this by hand. Can you hear me still, Betty?
yeah, you're
Okay.
coming in clear. Yeah.
So, let me see. Continue this radio broadcast studio. Okay, so with that being said, I want to go ahead and tell everyone how I'm going to demonstrate the product. Okay, I'll mix it, but you're the one who's going to have to tell everybody what I'm doing and what the product is. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is what
What
I'm
are you
using.
holding? What's that?
Yeah, I'm holding this.
I cannot see. It's unclear.
Okay, what it is, it's the Gusto Cucumber Lemon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so walk me through this because my camera sort of died here. I don't know why it's doing that. So let me see if I can bring it up again. Go ahead and talk
Well,
about the cucumber lemon. What's in there?
first of it has a gusto. It's our signature 10 veggies in one blend. So that is as I was saying, it's a composed of moringa, malunggay. That's malunggay. So we have sweet potato tops. We have basil. We have water spinach, which is kangkong. And then we also have our broccoli. And then we also have lagundi for the lungs. We have gotu kola for the nerves. We have lemongrass for the colon. Pandan strengthens
Betty-
the nerve. A lot of and then with ginger and turmeric, by the way, and
Betty-
also sweetened with stevia. Yes.
My question is this: when I use it, should I put the powder in first, or should I put the water in first? Does it
Powder
matter?
in first.
Powder in first.
It's easier because it's something that to prove that it is not made of sugar. It's a bit hard to mix. So the best way is really to use a shaker. So you put the powder in first and then put the water and then you can stir. When you stir, when there are lumps, you can press them to the side so they mix well with the water. But if you use a shaker, you just shake it so it mixes very well because it's spray dried. So with spray drying, we are able to retain 80 to 90% of the nutrients. And then you can drink it hot or cold. Although for if you want to drink it hot, I would rather you put the lukewarm water first to melt the powder, and then you can add in the hot water. So some people like to drink it as a tea. And right now we started with the Gusto Veggie Mango. So during the pandemic, we were able to develop more new variants, we call them. So we have Gusto Strong Coffee, but all of the products have Gusto Mango as a base. So we have Gusto Strong Coffee, we have Gusto Creamy Latte. Oh, that's everyone's favorite. It's like your three-in-one coffee, but it actually has more because of the veggies, and we make sure that we put healthy ingredients in the product. And then we also have choco for the children, and we have The new variants for the fruity side is the cucumber lemon. I think that's what you're taking, right, Mom?
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
so the refreshing cucumber lemon, and we also have the dragon fruit pineapple, which when you mix, it's red. You know, for people who don't like to eat veggies, because of course the drink is green in color because of the vegetables. But as you know, dragon fruit has a very strong red appearance. So when you mix it, it also blends into the drink. It also becomes a red drink. So because some kids, when you say, especially those who don't like to eat veggies, when you say, "Oh, this is vegetable juice,"
Mhm.
they don't like it, right? And then they see green. So the best way for them to eat the veggies is to drink it. Drink it the dragon fruit pineapple gusto way.
Okay, before you continue, um, I first you mentioned the shaker, which that's what it is. That's the shaker right there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so but let me finish this thought. The shaker will do all that and make it easy for you to drink it. But when I mixed it, honestly, Betty, it didn't really do any clumping. So
Okay.
I thought it was great just to stir it up like this. And
Mm-hmm.
even before I discovered your product, I've always liked the water and the cucumber mixture, and it's cold on a cold day. It's just very
Mm-hmm.
refreshing. And this product, if you guys, again, what I get excited and what drives me crazy, what drives me, makes me laugh is that it's so easy to drink it. I just literally just did what just I just did, and then I don't feel guilty that I'm drinking something with a lot of sugar, right, Betty? That's what it is that I enjoy. In my mind, I'm drinking something really healthy, and it was really easy. But see, what sets it apart to me, and let me go ahead and sort of do a full push on why I think this your product is amazing, is that it's not just an individual product that you're promoting or selling. What you're promoting is a lifestyle. You're promoting an easy lifestyle to stay healthy, because a lot of your products, which again we don't have all the time, and that's why I'm just sort of kind of like focused in on one, because I just want people to see the quality of it, because that's the only thing I could show at the moment. But at the end, it detoxifies, it nourishes, and what's the other thing that it does?
We have a regimen which we call detox, flush, and nourish. We detox the body, eliminate the toxins, and then we flush out the bad oils, and then we nourish, because we have a package of products. Like our products are interrelated actually. That's a gusto vegetable powder juice, and then we have our Big 50, which is plant-based omega 369 made of plant oils. And we also have 15 Biota, which is made of 15 strains of probiotics with prebiotics. Just we call it our probiotics army. And then we also have our two Biota. And then for people who would like to be healthy and beautiful at the same time, quite on a string budget, yeah, that's our 15 Biota. We also have our berry glutathione tablets. That's our Big 50, which is plant-based. Good for the heart too, the cardiovascular. This one, that's our 2 Biota liver care. So the two strains of probiotics inside is targeted towards the liver. Yeah. As they
Again,
say,
everything that I've experienced so far about the drink, it was so easy to mix, and it wasn't powdery like some other drinks that I've tasted in the past. So it's not powdery. It mixes well with the water. I'm sure some of these drinks can even if it's meant for like something cold, but you can mix it with hot water too, if you really wanted to do that. And like I said, the only one that I've tried so far, because every day I'm trying something new, and I just started to discover the products, is the dragon fruit pineapple, which again you can really taste, and the pineapple or the flavor, right? And then this cucumber lemon, it's subtle, which I like. It's not overpowering, and that's what annoys me with a lot of the drinks I've tasted before. What I've done in the past is like and it's a hot day like this. If you see in the back, it's really hot. I just literally pour it into my water bottle, and it dissolves really nicely by just shaking it up like that. I'm sure it's sort of like what's happening with your shaker. So at the end of the day, even though I'm getting excited for these packets and me tasting it, I have probably yet to begin to really maximize what your products are all about, Betty. Because at the end, it's a lifestyle. Like I said, it's an easy lifestyle to be healthy.
Mm. Right. We continue to create products which will be convenient and but at the same time make people healthier. Yeah. You know, there's something big, BIG. There's something big for you at Big Business Innovations Gateway.
Yeah, you
If
know
you
what? I did
big,
want to
you know,
ask you.
I forgot to tell you, this is my latest tagline. I'd like to tell people there's something big for you at Big if you big. Oh, it's big, 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 right? But those stands for different things. There's something big, which is a big product for you at Big, which is Business Innovations Gateway. If you big, if you believe in God, because you know we have a holistic approach. We do not just help you feed the body, we feed the mind and the spirit. So people, I say they can come to me for consultations. Hmm.
Yeah, look, Mary Flora made a comment. It says, if I'm to buy one, maybe $1 per packet or per serving glass, how many serving packets per box are there in one packaging? Again, these are all just thought process, right? Because I told, like right now, how many, like for how much is it selling for one of these, again, in the Philippines
Mm.
now? Maybe we can give some people the idea of how much is it
Mm.
selling in the Philippines and where is it selling in the Philippines?
Right now, we're selling at 575 pesos for 10 sachets. So 10 sachet, one sachet makes one glass. But as I've said, it can actually you can actually make two glasses out of that. Just add a lemon or a calamansi. You can stretch it a bit further. It depends on the budget actually, because we'd like to bring you good quality products. No, we can create something very cheap, but you don't get the benefits. But we at the end of the day, it's all about getting the vegetable benefits.
Oh yeah, I completely
So
agree.
yeah, so a little bit more than a dollar, but I think let's see, we can always find a way to being healthy. That's it. Because I always say, when you take something that is unhealthy, the road back to healthy is more expensive, and it may even be more uh, difficult for you, because if you become unhealthy, you lose a lot of things. You can't go to work. You have additional expenses. It burdens the family. So many problems when you are unhealthy, right? But if you go straight to the healthy way, at the end of the day, it becomes cheaper.
You you
If
you are you are singing my song because that's just like in anything in life, right? It just costs more to be reactive to things. Whether I mean, right now when you were talking about that, I think about my cars. sometimes, sometimes it's as simple as a car, right? You don't take care of the car. At the end, it's going to cost you so much money or whatever.
Right.
Just like the human body. I mean, with a car, you can get another one, I suppose, but you can't get another. You can't get another body unless you. I don't think you can unless you you know something I don't. But at the end, I get what you're saying. But to me, the selling point, again, reiterate, it's the flavor that makes it so tempting to want to try it and work with it, because you offer a variety. It's not just one, and each one is in itself is flavorful, right? But at the same time, I did want to ask you. You might have said it, and maybe the connection wasn't good, but why is it called Gusto? Gusto.
uh, Gusto, because the intention of starting this business started because I wanted to help the Filipino farmers. So my first product was really Gusto vegetable powder juice, but then so we would like to export the product. Initially, my mind was really set on trying to export the product. So we had Gusto. Well, number one, thanks to FDA, because they were so slow in approving the CPR. That's how the Philippines work. So it took me 2 years to get the CPR for the product. So along the way, I was able to research on the other products that we have, the capsules and everything. But and then also, they don't want me. I applied for a name Super Green at that time, and they do not want me to use the Super Green. They said it is too generic. Okay, so we had to think of a new name, and we came up with Gusto because it has an international flavor to it, because it also means gusto for energy, and then for also gusto for I think it's a Spanish word, or it's a
Yeah.
foreign word. Yeah.
If you depending on how you pronounce it, you could say it's
Oh.
gusto.
Uh,
It's
okay.
like that's another word. I don't know where that came from, but that's when I first saw it. I go, why is it? I know what gusto means in Tagalog, but
Mm,
gusto, but in
yeah.
another language, I think there's another one. It's like gusto. It's like like an or like a certain
Energy.
punch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like for energy, gusto for energy. Yeah, and
Okay.
of course, because we're Filipino, we'd like to, gusto means gusto, like, gusto ko, gusto mo, gusto ng lahat, everybody likes it.
Yeah.
So
So
that's the origin of the name of gusto.
I like now I'm trying the mango because I'm
Mm.
really thirsty. I guess from talking too much. I'm trying the mango now. People are probably watching me and going, "What's he drinking now?" But I'm actually trying the mango, and I want to see what it tastes like.
Mhm. Actually, the first benefit of gusto is really to regulate your bowel movement, because we believe that you have to move your bowels every day. That's the healthiest. That's a healthy goal. For males, actually it makes you pee more, because it helps you with a healthier prostate. Uh,
Well, yeah. As I get older, I need a healthy prostate, Betty.
yeah, right. So
Yeah.
there's as I've said, there's something there's something big for you, but then with each product, there's also something big effect on you. So our body is interrelated, our organs are interrelated. So each of one is has a different chemical bio individuality, they say. So the effect of gusto will be different for each and every one. Sometimes some people, they say, "Oh, I get energized," and then some people will say, "Oh, I had a good sleep." So, so many different benefits. So it depends on you on how. But the first thing you have to do is really to try it, so you will know, and then be patient, because I'm not creating not creating a miracle here. So you have to take it for a certain number of time. As I've said, you have accumulated the toxin. So I don't work miracles and cure you in one day. Uh, so yeah, that's why it's really a lifestyle change,
Mhm.
lifestyle product that you have to go with, and then you will feel the effects. Yeah, but
Well, I drank two of the sachets already, so I don't know what it's going to do to me, except that maybe it's just in my mind for now. But I really like the flavor, so that I will not oversell it or overhype it. The flavors are really good. But I want to read some comments. One is from Evangeline Alvarez. She says, "Gusto products are great and amazing, Ma'am Betty. Seems like an herbal food. May I ask, ma'am, if it can substitute a meal like the Herbalife shakes or
Oh.
no?"
Let's put it this way. It's not exactly a substitute for a meal, but it depends. Because like for a woman, sometimes we just eat a few, we're like nibblers. So if you're a nibbler, I think it can be a substitute for a meal. But the good thing with the gusto is, like, for example, if you want to slim down, so like when you take your usual meal, and then when a staff of mine actually took it as a meal replacement. So it depends on you. Perhaps if you take it when you wanted it as a meal replacement, that's fine. But then if you are hungry again, maybe you can also drink again another glass of gusto, because gusto, it's made of veggies. So when it enters your stomach, it's like it forms like a gelatin in your stomach. to help push whatever is there, and also to help with the digestion. So yeah, it's there in the stomach.
In the U.S., maybe this is something that you want to think about. There are people like my son. He is into fasting, and not like intermittent fasting, right? How could the products sort of either supplement that or replace
Mhm.
that, or where do you see the products being useful to somebody who's doing intermittent fasting?
It can be, I actually do intermittent fasting because I'm a senior. So I to help my organs rest for one meal, I only do 2 meals. But I don't do the intermittent fasting as in, following the rigid rules of intermittent fasting. It's just that I eat 2 meals a day. So I eat breakfast and dinner, because it's more convenient for me. Like when I go to the office, I don't need to eat lunch, to bring lunch with me. So in between, I drink the gusto. Actually, I make sure that I have a one shaker is 400 ml, so that's equivalent to 2 glasses. I make sure that I drink at least 2 glasses of gusto a day, and I take it anytime during the day, most especially in the afternoon, during the afternoons, because we do a lot of brain work, and when in the afternoon, sometimes you already feel a bit tired. So I'm happy to drink another glass of gusto during that time. So for those doing intermittent fasting, you can take gusto in during the intermittent time, during the time in between that you are not taking your meals.
That's actually a good point because, like I said, the one thing that I like about the products, I mean, you could just add on. I mean, there's a lot of other diets that people are doing that, like with keto and all of that, right? So to me, that's another subject matter that we can get into the product. I think the product itself, again, I reiterate what I said to you, which is many times it's the obviously you can't just drink gusto and then still eat all that crap that you eat, right? Because it doesn't do that. But what I am saying is that when you drink it, if you really are committed to being healthy, it's not that difficult to follow the regimen or the lifestyle of the products that you have, Betty. So what I want to do next time is maybe, again, just like I promised everybody, let's try to do something longer because at the end, the 15, 20 minutes that we just did is not long enough because you could actually do a seminar on it. But for now, I'm just going to leave with the fact that I reiterate again to everybody, if you're interested in receiving a sample and helping us get some feedback on where Gusto should be sold, where what the price points are, please send me some information because this is the way Emporium helps a lot of its clients. It's the people that showcase the products here in the showroom. Because again, we're especially the U.S. based, the Philams or anybody here in the U.S. interested in Philippine products to discover it. We really want to market these products to everybody, really to all of the mom and pop stores, to Sprouts, to Whole Foods, even Trader Joe's. Because that's what it's going to differentiate a lot of the things that you're promoting, Betty. Because, like you said, you have other products. So I'm going to leave
Yeah.
you with.
Right.
Let's end this segment by you making a last comment about the product and what you're hoping for the U.S. market.
Oh, because I like people to be healthy. And by the way, because you were talking about people who don't like, who just eats anything that comes, that their eyes see, we also try to have a solution for that. That's why we have a whole regimen of packages. We always say, if you cannot change your diet, change your digestion. So we can do that with the big products.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is, you don't abuse it, but if you do have to eat crap, there's a
Yeah.
way that there's a way
Yeah.
to help you with the digestion and eliminate all of that.
Yeah, and because we want you to have a healthy, convenient life. So it's a lifestyle that we want. Let's live the good life together and enjoy ourselves to 100, so that we will all be, um, how do you call this? So we will all be uh, we can contribute something to
Society.
society. Yes.
Well,
Every one of us has a role to play.
well, look at what's happening with COVID, right? The key to, I mean, I don't know enough of it to sound like really confident about it, but to me, I feel like you're giving more yourself a chance to be able to lessen what COVID could do for you. And I hate to bring that up, but that's the reality, right? Is
Mhm.
that, by being healthy,
Right.
you want everything to be working properly, so to
Mm.
speak, so
Yeah.
that if for whatever reason it affects you, then
Mhm.
you're going to be maybe not as bad like some people.
Right.
I don't know. That's how
Yeah.
I look at it. It seems like that
Yeah.
whole thing, it's just going to, get to people. But it seems like from what I've learned from my own experience, from people who've had COVID, people that I know, everybody gets hit differently.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because of their lifestyle,
Yeah.
or I don't know. I just think that
Definitely.
I'm going to take every opportunity to
Yeah.
lessen, if I'm going to get it, to lessen the severity of it.
Yeah, definitely lifestyle is a very big factor in not only COVID, actually in any disease. Let's work together and it boosts our immune system the big way. Oh, there's another.
Okay, I can't help it, but I don't want, because April is one of the few people that,
Ah,
I mean, that she really supports, and I don't want to not have her question answered. Can
mhm.
pregnant and lactating women have this on their diet?
Yeah. For pregnant women, we recommend one sachet only, because some people say that too much moringa might cause a miscarriage. So that one we are not sure. There's actually no clinical study to that. But to be on the safe side, if you're pregnant, then you take one sachet of Gusto vegetable powder juice a day. But if you are lactating, you already have a child, it's very good. You can take as much of Gusto as you like, because it increases the mother's milk. And of course, we for people who, number one, taking mother's milk is it's cheap, right? And then, but the mother also has to be healthy to be able to feed the child properly. So with the Gusto, we are you are able to produce more healthy milk for your baby.
Okay, here's some. We're getting some more responses, so I'm going to take two more. The first one was from Mary Fleur again, great supporter of Emporium. And also, I'm a big supporter of her because she's opened up a travel agency, or she had it, she reopened it because of COVID, and now it's getting better. Yeah, check her out. Go ahead and, May, if you want to go ahead and give me the comment of your travel agency, I'll go ahead and put it on there. But she said, since Healthy Drink and Gusto, she sees the product in store at supermarkets with healthy drink sections, or inside healthy food specialty stores, or at a vegetarian restaurant. Also, at specialty stores and workout gym places, maybe also offer it as a drink for customers in high-end spa salons. The other one is, again, it's from Luz Beminda. She says, just go ahead and say, where can she buy it? She says she's asking, where can she buy it?
In the Philippines, we're actually available at Mercury Drug Stores. Although right now we are stopping our supply at Mercury, because Mercury also, I'm waiting for the CPR for the new variants before I want to go on a taste test campaign again. But you can buy from our FB Messenger. We're also on Shopee and Lazada and the Global Linker. And I think we added the Prosperna just recently. There are a lot of platforms nowadays here in the Philippines. So many things happening on the digital ground. So we're
Oh, yeah.
also trying to adapt. Yeah, we're also trying to adapt to that. By the way, we have a DTI Bagsakan June 29 to July 3 at the Mega Trade Hall at Mega Mall. So you may want also to come over and take, for those in the Philippines, you may also want to come over and see the various Philippine products. and taste
Perfect.
our juice and also
Perfect.
taste our juice because we have a wet sampling during the event.
Again, we've been talking with Betty Dante of BIG, Business Innovation Gateway, and Gusto Brand. Again, my last comment on this is that if you're lazy like me, that's a good selling point, right? It's easy to take, easy to use, easy to drink, different flavors, and it's right now we're trying to get into the U.S. market with it, but we're trying to determine if you have, if please message Emporium where would you want to see it. Just like in the first part of our show, let's start small. Let's get people to try it. So again, if you're still watching the live stream here, if you want a sample of the product, please let me know. Just type in the word sample. I know where to call you and tell you where you can visit Emporium and get it, or we can ship it to you. So again, just type in sample, or just go to Facebook and tell us, Ferdinand, we want Gusto sample, and I'll reach out to you. All right. So everybody's thanking you for your information, April and Luzviminda.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Betty, for being on the show, and thank you for sending the samples. And hopefully we can get more data for you, and then have more people test out the product. All right, Betty.
Thank you. Thank you,
All right.
Bong, and thank you to our listeners, April, Evangeline, for your questions. Yeah, you're giving Bong some good ideas where we can put the products, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
At the end, that's the important thing. Is this a
Yeah.
feedback?
And
All right.
I'd be happy to discuss more of the products so that people will know about it because at the end of the day, our advocacy rests on the education of the public.
Yep, I agree. All right, Betty. I'll talk to you soon, and then I will be in touch and seeing how we, what we need to do to move forward. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye. Okay, everybody. It looks like that's it. It was a long show. It's like an hour and a half. But I love Betty. She's always supportive of Emporium, and I could not say no to all of the comments, obviously, that you guys were making on it. And I'm always very appreciative of you guys tuning in. But to be honest with you, this is my selling pitch. For all those still watching the live stream, please go ahead and share. Please go ahead and share this. To if you're in the Philippines, share it to other Philippine manufacturers. Because as you can see, if you look back at this broadcast, a lot of people that are giving you feedback, a lot of other Philippine manufacturers need to know this. Because if they know it, they know what they expect. Then they know what needs to be done to get their products here. If you're a Philam business owner or a Philam here in the U.S., try to support these products. These are actually amazing products, not just because I'm working with them. The reality is that I'll put my money where my mouth is, so to speak, as they say, that old saying. Come down, come to the Emporium. The address is 3250 Wilshire Boulevard. Please come down and check out. I mean, this is in LA, but just check out the product. All the products are here, open for you to taste. All we're asking is that you actually give us the feedback. Give us the feedback on the products. And this way that helps the Philippine manufacturers get an idea if the product is good, if it's priced properly, if the pricing is okay. But if you feel that it's not, if you want to contribute in that regards, please come down. Come down the Emporium. We just changed the flooring. It looks really amazing. Maybe I should do a tour every next time I do this. But again, thank you so much for that. Again, I just want to make one last, what do you call it, a pitch, or rather, I'm very thankful to the people that supported. So May put down Empire Travel is the name of my travel agency, authorized agent of the Philippine Airlines. So if you're in the Philam, please go reach out to May because she can help you get good deals to go to the Philippines. A lot of people are traveling now. And also Tonette Tianki Dionisio, she's late, but she's still awesome. At least you made an effort. Thank you so much for trying to come in. And here's her comment. And then last but not least, May again said, special discount for Emporium clients and followers. That's what we were trying to do. Like I said, we'll get the discount, but right now we're actually even wanting to give samples of the product. Just come down. Just come down to Emporium and check out all the other stuff that we've got here. All right, guys, I've been talking too much. I'll let you go. You see here, it's already 6:31, and it's still daylight, and it's probably hot outside. Well, not so bad. But with that being said, thank you, everyone. Please continue to watch live at the Emporium every Thursday at 5 p.m. And then sa Pilipinas, it's nasa Biyernes na yun. Biyernes na yun siguro 8 o'clock, 8 in the morning. So lahat sa Pilipinas, salamat sa inyo lahat na nanonood kayo ng live stream. I appreciate that tremendously. So kung gusto niyo ba ring matuto kung anong nangyayari sa Amerika as far as yung mga trade news, yung mga mindset ng mga buyers, kung paano nila bumili, kung ano ang procedure, yun ang gusto niyong malaman, yun ang gusto niyong dapat gawin na panoodin niyo yung live stream o kaya i-share niyo yung mga episode kasi lahat ng sinasabi namin dito, yun ang talaga nangyayari dito. Kung gusto niyo talaga mag-export, that's the best way to learn. And it's all free. Just have to watch and share. So with that being said, thank you everybody. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.